There goes your buddy, Tucker. There goes your buddy. There goes Trey. It's funny, I really never made a video of all the work he's done on the property. This is the first week of September that I'm shooting this. And Trey came on the property probably the end of July. And he was like, all right, this is what I get back. All we wanted was a pad site and a driveway. That's what we asked for. We need a pad site and a driveway. Okay. Well, I can't get to you for about a month or two. That's fine. We're not in a hurry. He randomly showed up.
That's right, he had a day.
He randomly showed up and just texted me, said, hey, I'm out in front of your property. Do you mind if I pull back the fence and actually start knocking down the trees and actually cutting a hole so that we can, you know, put a driveway in? I was like, oh, okay, sure. And he's like, well, yeah, I won't be back for several weeks to get another gig. And then that gig never came through. And so he's like, saw him at church on a Sunday. He goes, be over at your place on a Monday. And that was still the end of July, because yeah, it was still the end of July. Anyway, so he's literally been on our property since the end of July, and that's the first week of September, and he has done an amazing job. So that pad site and that driveway turned into a pond because we needed a little more dirt for the pad. And he's like, for a little extra, you said you wanted a pond. We could dig you a pond, or we can pay money and have dirt brought in. And I was like, let's not do that. So we didn't do that. So he dug us a pond. And then it was like, hey, I really don't like how the driveway, I was like, I don't think it should go this way. I actually need to have it extended up and around the back. So we had that done. And then I was like, you know what? Just do the septic.
Well, and the well pad.
Yeah, and then another little pad off to the side where we're going to have some sort of little well house. We had them extend out around the pad because it was such a drop off. We wanted a little more slope to it, or a little less slope. And he had to take out trees, so he dozed the trees and then pushed them to the back of the property. And then he went through the trouble and limbed them for me and then piled them back over there in the corner because he was like, he knew my chainsaws weren't working and I hadn't gotten around to getting them running. All that to say, that guy that just left has become a dear friend of ours, and we love him dearly, and he does amazing work. He literally, watch him operate a skid steer and level stuff. Man, it was impressive. It was impressive. But Trey's gone. It's going to be lonely without him. Our dogs, I think, already miss him. But we'll see him Sunday because we go to church with him. Foundationally, Mrs. Goodwin, we're ready for a slab. And I don't think we really have a house plan settled yet. Anyway, there you go. That's the end of our journey. At least with Trey for now. Actually, that's not true. Something else you don't know is Trey's a licensed electrician, so I just think that there's nothing Trey can't do. So Trey will be back in and around helping us when we get to the wiring part of this thing. So the guy just literally was around for weeks on end, just pushing dirt and moving dirt. I don't know how much more exciting that can be. It really wasn't that exciting, although it was exciting because way back right there was a huge hole. It was probably 15 feet before he could get to the red clay and then push it over there to the pad. And now we wait for the concrete guy, which form should go up in about 1 to 2 weeks. And then Shelly and I get the joys of plumbing. Right, Tucker? Right, Tucker?
Tucker's sad. Trey is gone.
You miss Trey. You miss Mr. Trey.